your judge's bailiff because your probation officer was not calling me back, okay?
Okay.
You are in that jail until August 26th, and then you are off of probation. Do you understand?
Right.
Okay, so listen to me. If you mean, and I just talked to the bailiff and everything, and I told them I was going to follow up with them. If you're being serious about getting the help that you need, Serenity Street will still come over there and get you and put you in the program. And if you're not being serious and you just wanted, to get out of jail like you did last time, then you're not going to do a program. So...
No, I wanted the program. I was going to ask you, if I get out on August 26th, do you think a bed is still going to be available, though?
Absolutely. I think that if you're not being forced by the justice system, which I just talked to the justice system about this with you, if you are not being forced and you still choose to do something like this and make this commitment that will save you years of pain, suffering, and probably more prison, and you could die easily. Half my friends are dying over this heroin. If you make this decision as a father to do the right thing and go in, I'm going to be so darn proud of you. And I'll know that
it wasn't about me trying to get out of jail. Like I said, it's just, we're trying to do things different than what I've normally done,
That's just what I wanted to hear. I just hung up with them. I stalked your probation officer yesterday. Nothing. So I've been talking to your advocate. I've got another girl who just got out of the county jail for 17 days, and within a day she's already been arrested with heroin in her pocket. So they bailed her out and they're trying to get her on the Vivitrol. I have so many people calling me, but when I know that you're telling me the truth, is when you say you'll do it even if you're not forced to do it.
Yeah, definitely. The weirdest thing was I didn't even go to court for that sentencing though. Have you ever heard anything like that before?
Well, the courts are overwhelmed. So if they can do it like that for you, and it's they're just terminating your probation unsuccessfully, but guess what? You're going to flip the script on that, and you're going to be successful because you're going to go, and you're not going to be a stat. You're not going to die. You're not going to end up in prison or jail again. You're going to get better, get well through Serenity Street, and I just am super excited. So I'm recording this so that the head of Serenity Street can see that you have made a decision on your very own to still go to the program, and you're going to love this house. I wouldn't put you somewhere that I didn't think was amazing for a special person like you.
Yeah, Kim, she sent me papers on it and everything. I read about it and everything, and it sounds great. Like I said, I did the Spencer house back in 2005. Well, it was kind of like I was forced, so I didn't really take the program as serious, but it sounds a lot like the same type of program and the same kind of atmosphere and everything, which I loved. I felt great coming out of there.
I don't know what what county is that in? I've heard of it, but...
It's in Licking County, not in Newark.
Okay.
It's like 16 people in the house. How many, this Serenity Street says holds 12? Isn't that what the paper says?
Yeah, and then across the street after you do the year, if you want, you can go to the house. But it's just beautiful, and it's just so supportive, and the success rate is 70% if you follow the guidelines and you follow the program. You can't fail if you follow it. Now, if you don't, then you will. But I have a feeling you're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, I've reached the bottom and dug deeper and found new bottoms, and I definitely am.
And look, how are you going to deal? You're going to be in there you're going to be in that jail till August 26th.
Yeah, and another thing is, if somebody told me in here that if I end up getting into the runner tank, he said that you get good days for being in there.
You get one good day a month, I believe. Now listen, now that you've been sentenced for sure, now you can be a runner, and I'll call the jail and tell them you were not sentenced. Your case was not closed. Now that it is, I will be able to tell the jail that your case is closed, okay?
Okay.
Okay. even though they gave you the testing to be a runner and all that, until the judge actually makes a decision, they're not supposed to. Now, one other thing, would you like to be a runner downtown jail, or do you like the workhouse?
It don't matter to me. Just wherever can get me sooner.
You know, the downtown jail, a lot of times the runners get to do the court and get to clean up and hand out food while people are in that cage waiting for the court. And it just depends what kind of mindset keeps your mind more busy and reminds you of where not to go. If seeing new people coming into the jail like that all the time is something that helps you remember where you don't want to go back to, maybe downtown jail would be, but the jail downtown is more like a cage, like you're a rat in a cage. The jail you're in is like you're in a tomb. You know, your pod, your cell is a tomb, like you're buried alive. The other jail is very dark and it's all bars. So, but you'll be out of there because you'll be a runner and you'll be able to move around. I just wondered if you cared which. If it
doesn't really. No, it doesn't matter to me. Just whichever one has an opening, they'll get me there sooner. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, when I get to be a runner, I'm going to stay in the kitchen where I can just work all day and make this time, knock this time down, and so I can eat.
Okay, I'm so glad that you're still gonna do the Serenity Street. You said you had a weekend to think about that year I told you about, and what did you decide over the weekend?
Oh, it's definitely, worth it. It's taken me this long to bury myself as far as I had, so a year ain't really gonna be shit.
Now, why didn't the Spencer house stick? You did the Spencer house. It planted seeds, right?
Well, when I went there, I was sentenced to go there, so I was forced. And when I was there, I was still drinking. It was when I used to drink heavily, and I was still drinking, sneaking bottles into the house. Like I was working their program, telling them everything they wanted to hear, but I really wasn't, working it like I should have been. I was drinking, and I got caught, and they kicked me out.
Okay. And we know for some reason that if you get kicked out of the Serenity Street, you have to wait 6 months until you come back, until you apply back. But if for some reason, and it's not going to fail because we're not going to let that be an option, but the Vivitrol, you can't drink on the Vivitrol if we have to go that route, but...
I quit drinking in 2009 when I went to prison. I don't drink anymore anyways.
Good job. Me too. I don't drink either. It's been almost 2 years. Okay, honey, hold on. I'm going to turn this off and finish talking to you. I am at the doctor's office, but just a minute.